like to talk about today? Okay, so a little bit of the energy here of what's going on in your gut. What are you focusing on? Right? Very much this clearing out of our root chakra energy. Okay, so a little bit of that clearing out of the root chakra energy. So let's see what we're going to see here. Okay, so this is the center of you. Okay, your focus on the root. Okay, oh, balance, right? How do you balance your foundation? How do you balance that? Oh, and I love, because at the bottom there is the root chakra energy, right? So how do you balance, right, your foundation? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. All right. And what's being hidden here? The moon. Okay. The old stories. Okay, there's some old stories here. In the sacral chakra. All right. Yep, from the past. There we go. Day of the Dead. Okay, that's residing in your heart. So what you're hiding is some old stories, some old heartfelt stories here. Okay, within your heart space here in the middle. Right? It could be in a connection that you feel very deeply connected to. Okay, but there's something happening here, okay? There's some sort of energy here of death, okay? What's the death here? Okay. You haven't been listening to yourself in terms of this connection, okay? You haven't been listening to yourself in, again, double, right? Spirit's really, really, I love it when double cards come out. You haven't been listening to yourself in terms of your gut instincts, okay? There are things that you knew needed to stop happening, but because of past stories that, right, were impacting your heart, you were not listening to yourself. Okay, right? Because when something sparks that fire in the gut, that's why, so ginger is coming up, right? Right? When we're not listening to our gut, but there's a fire in your belly, then, right, what happens? Inflammation, okay? So there's this energy of, some of you could be dealing with, you know, some of those gut issues from inflammation, right? Because you're not taking action, okay, towards your new beginning. You see a bridge. You see a path that you are being called to. You're not following that path, okay? You're not listening to your gut. Right? Nor your heart. Look, stubborn. Very, very stubborn. Okay? So, where do you find strength in all of this? Okay? How do you ground yourself? All right? Realize what's being mirrored to you. Okay? This is a lesson, right? What's being mirrored to us is always a lesson again, right? It's reiterating the sacral. Okay, the old story. And I love it because it goes sacral, listen to your gut, mirror, mirror, sacral, right? It's really trying to tell you a story here. And I don't need to explain that to you because Spirit's saying that you are aware of this, right? Your crown chakra knows, right, what's sitting in your heart. It knows what's sitting there. So let's clarify here a little bit. Okay, how do you balance out the root chakra, right? How do you balance out this root chakra? Well, you got to deal with this trauma, 10 of Swords. Okay, you've got to deal with what you're holding on to, right? I feel like it's that Day of the Dead energy, right? The past. Tell me about this 10 of Swords. Knight of Cups. Okay, there could have been an expectation of somebody offering you something. It didn't have to be love, but it could have been a job offer. It could have been any kind of offer. But there was some sort of an expectation here that where I was heading was towards this offer, right? So I'm heading towards this offer and I don't get the offer. Okay, especially if this had to do with a job. It was like, why didn't I see this? You're like, why didn't I see this, right? Red flags, they're showing me. Why didn't I see the red flags, right? The root chakra is like that. Again, the red energy. Well, it's because of this old story that's been hidden under the moon. So what is this old story hidden under the moon? It's the moon. It's about how, we relate with other people. It's about how things are supposed to grow together, right? And there we have the devil. So, again, I'm really getting the feet of this devil, right? The grounding, the roots. You were expecting something that was going to develop deep roots. This was somebody who has fire in their feet, which keeps them running away. Whether this is in terms of the energy of a job, right? A friendship, a lover. And it reminds you, again, of the past, right? So what are you holding in the past here? Okay, 6 of Wands. Okay, you weren't being seen. You wanted to. You feel like that would have been a blessing to be seen in your truth. And what you hold in your heart. Okay, 2 of Swords in reverse. For some of you, it's like, I don't know any other way. Okay, I don't know any other way. I've always wanted to be seen, right? I've always wanted people to acknowledge my blessings, to acknowledge what I bring to the table. I've never quite felt like I fit in. It feels like a black hole. It feels like a hole in my essence of connecting with other people unless I act the way they want me to act. But when I'm in my truth, I don't find any other way forward. Okay, look, there's at the bottom, the Ace of Wands. Listen to your gut. There's something very special, okay, about you. And it's time to end that old energy. Tell us about listening to the gut here, Spirit, right? In this death energy, okay? Page of Wands, right? Ace of Wands, it's time to take that next step. It's time to start to blossom. You can do it a little bit at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. It's time to start speaking your truth, right? Because when we don't speak our truth, then, a lot of times, right, we just let people talk over us, right? There's the 5 of Cups, horse without a rider, all right? For me, one of the symbols of divine partnership is the horse and rider, and here's a sad horse without a rider, right? Page of Swords and the Tower, okay? You may have ended something and you said, you just don't hear me. You just don't value me. You just don't listen to me. I've been telling you and you're not listening, right? And this has created this fire in the belly. Yeah, okay, because 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups for me is a lot of times, if you follow me, you'll know that I see 10 of Cups sometimes as being la la land, right? Because this is right here in this deck. This is the 5 of Cups reflecting to the 5 of Cups, right? Everything's great. Everything's wonderful. But I'm, right, trying to give you my cups and you're just pouring it back. It's the imagined idealism of what we want out of that 10 of Cups. It doesn't really come forward until we get that 9 of Cups, where we are loving ourselves as we are, right? And if you don't feel like you've been accepted here, and people haven't seen you for those blessings, how do you get to that 10 of Cups? Okay, the bridge, okay, Knight of Pentacles. There's a slow energy here. You're growing, you're determined, you're trying to manifest, right? Some of you are playing around with the moon cycles, manifestation. Okay, one of the things they're reminding me of here is with manifestation, right? It happens in the root chakra energy of being present, right? You have to be walking in that present moment. And then you manifest with the unknown, the alchemy of what comes in that present moment. Okay, what else here about this manifestation? Page of Cups. Okay, you are determined to find this beautiful love, something that aligns with you. And I feel like you're putting the aspect of your own cup first right now, which I love, right? You're like, I'm done with that bullshit. Okay. So the strength here, right, is understanding what's being mirrored to you. What are people mirroring to you? Okay. Because other people are having paths, right? We have a path. You have a path. Everyone has a past. Everyone has a, something that they're going at. They're reminding me of an article I read earlier about how when you first start dating someone, right, it was talking about how you put that person you're dating in your B level, okay? And then everyone else comes in the C level. And so when they're in the B level, you don't have expectations about them. When they're in the B level, you're not like trying to leverage them. You're not trying to be like, oh, you should do this for me and then I'll do that for you. There's this really good flow when you're first starting to date someone. And then, right, you get to that place where we come together, and that's when the wounds come out, and that's when the attachment styles show up, and that's when we start to play, well, this isn't fair, and I'm going to do this because it's fair, and I'm going to leverage this, and we instead have to look at that mirroring, right? Yeah, Seven of Swords. Okay, what are we holding back in our own truth that we're not acknowledging, right? Again, sacral chakra, past stories. What are we not acknowledging? The one thing I loved about this article is it said that if you take, like when they talk about childhood attachments, right? And the way that the child reacts because of the way the parent reacts. If you take those sentences and you replace them all with sentences about your partners, when the partner does this, the other partner reacts this way. It's because of the childhood attachment, and you treat your partner in the same way, right? Yeah, Four of Cups. So you could have been dealing with someone, or this could be you, where you're like, no, you're not giving me attention. So no, you can't have my cups. You can't pour in my cups. You can't take part of my cups because you didn't honor who I was. You weren't, right? Your Five of Cups and my Five of Cups were doing this opposition. Okay. And again, they're like, you already know this. Three of Pentacles. You're grounded. You're not up on the mountaintop anymore. You've gone over the journey, right? Six of Cups. And again, the Ace of Wands. So I do feel like the magic of really getting grounded here for you is that you're going to discover in these roots what lights you up, okay? What is it about the soul bond, okay, that lights your spirit, that makes you excited, that makes you really want to move forward with someone, and how special that is and how brilliant that is, okay, and what that means to you. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, fire quartz, again, fire, right? Root chakra, crown chakra, again, you're already aware of this, okay? It's about believing in yourself enough to know that what you know is what you know, but to ground yourself, right, into that beautiful energy. And again, then your heart starts working with your root chakra here, rhodonite. And that's because you start to feel safe in who you are and what you're, aspecting in your growth pattern forward. Okay, so angel numbers here. 2-2. Okay, spiritual awakening. Remember, right? You're working with your energies, masculine and feminine. They're working with their energies, masculine and feminine. And you guys have to learn to shift, right? And then 2 + 2 becomes 4. So you are going through a spinning of the wheel. Okay, you are shifting. You are coming into a bit of a spiritual awakening about all of this. Okay. And 10-10, okay, enter your vortex. You've completed a cycle here, okay? To align yourself, again, the wheel is coming in big time here. To align yourself with your creation, your path forward. And when you pull out of this old energy, right, you're going to have a lot of abundance come in. You won't find yourself resonating so much with that, right? We've got the 5 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and we had the Devil. So again, it's kind of like the Devil's energy here in that love center. And, right, the Devil, if we think about it as the astrological daemon, which is our guardian angel, then we understand that it is the guardian kind of pushing you out to get done what needs to be done. Okay, yeah, you're going through a rebirth. This is about your personal freedom. What did I say? This is about you accepting who you are. This is a healing. 7s for me are about healing. Down here at the bottom, we've got 8-8, right? You will be a mission in motion as soon as you finish up this aspect. So let's see if we can get some timestamps here for you. Okay, 10th house. All right. When you're ready to publicly, Capricorn, go through this death and publicly be like, this is me. This is who I am. I accept myself. I honor myself first, which means I don't need you to validate me. Then your heart space opens up differently. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Scorpio. All right, again, death. We're just talking about a lot of death here. A lot of death and rebirth. Death, rebirth. This has been a big process. For some of you, this is happening on both sides of the equation. Again, so we have the 2-2. Okay, it could be Scorpio season, but there's Venus. Venus is Libra. But it's also coming in with that power of love. You have to love yourself. It's landing on that 10 of Cups, right? And there's Gemini. 2 houses here, energy here of, you know, how do I move things around in my head and how do I balance things? And we started with the balance of the root chakra, right? You got to take it out of the thoughts and bring it into the 3D. Okay. The new moon could be very powerful for you. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and look what just fell out, the fortnight. So it could be like within the next 2 weeks, you're going to see some of this start blossoming in your life. Okay. You just have to claim it, right? Don't put off things. Right? Be like, no, I'll deal with this later, right? They're saying that you'll never get to the future when you manifest for the future instead of in the present moment. It always keeps it ahead of you, right? For cycles to be complete, right? 999, we really have to move into the energy of the 9s. We have to move into the energy of that last bits of work where we love ourselves, we work on ourselves, right? We're prepared to be with ourselves. That's how the cycles end. Okay, and then, yeah, again, talking about manifesting. You are manifesting big shifts here. Again, we're showing that new moon, right? You're manifesting now. Angel number 111. Keep that in mind. Let's close it off with an oracle. And we got 2. Remember, there's 2. I love that. Okay. We've got Again, the air and the hummingbird, which are both talking about your north node, okay? Taming the wind. You cannot tame the wind. Those are 2 5s. That's the challenge, right? You're trying to tame your thoughts, tame somebody else's thoughts, lower your energy of who you are, right? You can't do that. Instead, right, the work to be done here is the hummingbird. The hummingbird is a pollinator. The hummingbird is adaptable. The hummingbird chases after the sweet nectar of life. And that's how you find your soul purpose. Okay, that's the balance. Because when you feel balanced about your soul purpose and about who you are, then your root chakra, oh, you're welcome. Your root chakra is very balanced and you don't fear stepping forward. If you've been having knee pain, feet pain, okay, a lot of that is about fear of motion, of moving forward. And it's just your body trying to tell you, hey, let's just shake off this energy. Let's dance it out, jump around, and adapt. Okay? So much love, you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. All right? Bye.